So we went and saw Hop.
I didn't like it. I loved it.
Is it bad? It depends how you... Yeah, it's fucking retarded. But I still liked it, in its own twisted little way. I knew what we were getting to when we started watching this movie. There were probably only a couple parts where I laughed out loud or lulled. There was a part where E.B., our main character, and played by the only actor, comes across the Playboy Mansion gates and tries to get a job with Hugh Hefner by saying, I quote, "I am definitely a bunny, and I am definitely sexy." I was probably the only one in the theater laughing. Everyone else was just in uncomfortable silence just because they threw that joke in there for some reason. Because, you know, Playboy's evil. Ooh. The other part that made me laugh was when Fred, the computer animated actor of the movie, came home to find his sister at the house that he was taking care of. And his sister comes across E.B. who's pretending to be a stuffed rabbit.
Look at this! Look how cute!
And he's just making all these little faces like, oh yeah, I'm doing this right in front of you, man. I'm getting with your sister. That and everyone else in the theater laughed. That was probably like the only two parts that I remember the most out of this entire film. So there's this very creepy dance scene in the movie. I don't think the movie producers knew the significance of the I want candy song, especially when Fred points at the kids and E.B. starts saying, I want your sweet, sweet candy. It's all gooey and sweet. But on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being that Mad Hatter dance from the Alice in Wonderland movie, which left the entire theater in stunned silence. I give it a 5. It's going to take a lot to beat that Mad Hatter dance. I don't think the movie creators knew what the hell they were writing in the first place. But, you know, I guess, you know, it's because Easter is the only holiday where all it's about is, you know, candy and chocolate. I mean, that's the only thing Easter has going for it. It's all about finding hidden eggs and getting chocolate and candy and having a good time. That's all Easter is about. All it's about. And I swear to God, Fred's dad is one of the biggest douchebags. There's a part where they're at this elementary school play, and Fred's father is sitting there, and he turns back to some other guy, some other father. He turns back to some other father, probably some guy he never talked to or never seen in his life, and he's like, so what's your kid playing? And he's like, my kid's playing an egg. He's like, oh, your kid's playing an egg. Well, my daughter's playing the Easter Bunny. Yeah, in your face. I also don't understand why they decided to have E.B. poop candy. I mean, it's just odd. It's like a joke the producers came up with and decided to put that in. How does that work? Like when he goes around the place to place, does he just carry like a whole box full of laxatives? And I mean, the only way that could make it worse is if he started dry humping Fred's sister. There's a bunch of famous people that make an appearance that I'm sure I'm supposed to know who they are, but I don't. But I'm sure it's a nice little pleasant nod to the audience. Aside from the David Hasselhoff appearing in a leather suit, where the hell do you get a leather suit? I want to know. The characters I would have liked to see more were the Pink Berets. The Pink Berets were just cute and deadly. There's one part where they shoot Fred in the face with sleeping darts, and he just collapses, and I swear to God, he just wakes up tied up and everything, and in my mind, it just plays out like this. Oh, where am I? Where am I?
I want to play a game. All your life you wanted to be the Easter Bunny. Now is your chance. Do or die. Make your decision.
There's a whole lot of half-ass filmmaking going on here too, like the part where Fred goes to get an interview with a job, and it just like sort of ends, and I don't even remember how he doesn't get the job, or what the hell happened in the interview. It's just like, it's all your fault, E.B. And he's like, what the hell was I doing? I wasn't even talking to you. I was out of the scene altogether. I was doing my own thing. How did I fail your interview? But whatever, I'm starting to expect way too much from this film. E.B. is the cutest thing to happen to this movie, the cutest thing to happen to the world. But I can't really recommend this movie with good conscience unless you have little bratty kids. There's plenty of opportunities to come up with your own jokes during this movie, so by all means, watch at your own risk. And yeah, in the theater, there's a constant steady stream of kids moving in and out of their seats to go to the bathroom. It was constant. It was like a two-way traffic coming through our seats, going back and forth to the bathroom, back and forth. Mommy, I want popcorn. Mommy, now I have to pee.
That's all I heard.
Mommy, I have to go poo. Mommy, my poo doesn't taste like jelly beans like EB. Is that what the power is? Is that what the Easter Bunny does? Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. It's not the fact that he pooped candy in the movie is not the fun thing that I find funny. What I find funny is a bunch of kids are going around thinking now that the Easter Bunny makes candy out of his ass. And you gotta think, it reminds me of the ass penny joke from College Humor.
You think you're better than me? Well, you're not better than me. You handle my ass pennies every day. You all handle my ass pennies!
And you just gotta think that the Easter Bunny must feel really superior and proud of himself. Like he's sitting there on his throne with, above everybody else because he knows everyone in the world is eating his poo. And so he feels that much better than anyone else because he's not eating their poo. I got one up on you. I bet EB doesn't have any trouble getting the ladies to give him Hershey Kisses, if you know what I mean. They're probably like, ooh, watermelon, hey.